The Heisman football race in college football is heating up, and we've seen a lot of shifting in the rankings.
Okay, Miguel.
Hey,
Ashton Jeanty was leading for quite some time, and people thought there was no way he wouldn't get it. All of a sudden, he's fallen to 4th in the rankings.
Terrible performance.
Ridiculous.
Only 160
Ridiculous.
yards
And 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, what's he got to do? But let me read off the rankings. We'll throw them up right here, and then we can discuss. Cam Ward, Miami, plus 185, the prohibitive favorite. Travis Hunter, Colorado, two-way player, plus 220. Dylan Gabriel, plus 280. Jeanty, plus 500. Then you got Curtis Rourke and Jackson Dart tied for 5 at plus 2,000. Ryan, I want to go to you. Who deserves the Heisman at this point in the season? And given these odds, who would you bet on for the next 5 weeks until it gets resolved?
Yeah. Who deserves it? For me, is still Ashton Jeanty. If he breaks every single record, which he's still on pace to do, they showed everyone Heisman's rankings and everyone's yards and touchdowns.
For running backs, right?
For running backs, yeah. If he breaks every record, and no one did anything spectacular in the other side. Like, I know Travis Hunter's two-way player is amazing, but like, if he was like leading the league in receiving yards or like something, maybe didn't get hurt a couple games, it'd be different. Cam Ward, he's playing fourth quarters. Every other quarterback in this list aren't playing fourth quarters. So it's like we get to see more of him. His stats are going to be a little better. I just don't think I think deserving Ashton Jeanty, who should get it, in my opinion, is my boy Dylan Gabriel. I mean, if he is the number 1 seed, which is every year in Heisman voting, you're the number 1 seed and you're the quarterback, and you win the Big Ten championship, beat Ohio State twice, probably going to have to do that to win the Heisman Trophy.
Yep.
And you did everything you were asked to do. He's not making mistakes. They're averaging 35, 36 a game. All they do is score. He throws for 300 yards a game, and they win every game this season. I have no idea how what he did on Oregon and who he's had to beat is worse than or not as good as anyone else on the Heisman list. And maybe if Colorado sneaks into the playoffs, I can see Travis Hunter being the face that carried him there. But Cam Ward, I mean, now that Clemson lost and walking through the ACC, it's going to be tough for me to say like Cam Ward is better than Dylan. Cam Ward did more than Dylan Gabriel did for the year. It's going to be hard for me.
If you were to bet on someone right now, you actually laid that out really well, the case for all of them. If you had to pick one person at these current odds, who would you pick? Not who you think deserves it, to win money. If you're
I personally, as an Ohio State fan, think Dylan Gabriel's not going to beat Ohio State, and that's going to kill him.
Okay.
So I would probably go with Cam Ward because he has the easiest path to it. There's nothing in the ACC anymore. If they had to play Clemson, I think they could get stomped, and that would just flip. Cam Ward's immediately done, but I would just bet him. Considering they have no more games the rest of the season, and they're probably going to play SMU, which I mean,
they'll play SMU. Yeah.
We'll see how that works out, but
that could be a tough one.
It could be, and
SMU can score with them.
I mean, honestly, the way Miami's looked every week, who knows? Yeah. But we'll see.
You go Cam Ward.
I have to go Cam Ward.
But you think it should be Dylan Gabriel?
Yes,
Jeanty, but
it should be Jeanty. But I mean, I bet Dylan Gabriel free. So
fair enough. Mike, what are your thoughts?
Ryan, can I see your hat really quick? So I pretty much feel like Ryan because I had the exact same 2 players written down, and that is Ashton Jeanty and Cam Ward. Yeah, it doesn't fit very well. I'm sorry. I'm not.
What was the point of the hat?
Was it
because
green?
No, because I feel like Ryan. I'm pretty much.
I thought
Ryan.
you were gonna like tip your cap.
Why do you feel like Ryan?
Because
he's feeling Ryan.
Okay, all right. So my
likes
top
to
2
wait.
players were Ashton Jeanty and Cam Ward. My reason for Ashton Jeanty, which, I mean, besides the fact that he's breaking every single record, like Ryan said, but my biggest reference is who do people always say is pretty much the number 1 college running back in history, and that's Reggie Bush in his 2005 season. So, and I took game for game, or like not number of games for number of games. Reggie Bush, through 8 games, had 909 yards versus Ashton Jeanty's 1525, and then Reggie Bush's 10 versus 20 rushing touchdowns.
That's a murder.
No, what's up? I mean, obviously I'm missing something. So what am I missing? Fill me in.
No,
Keep going.
They're just smiling. Keep going.
I don't
know what the fuck they're talking about.
Okay.
But no,
All
I
right.
like the comparison there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, I think Ashton Jeanty has a good argument for it, not only because of the pace that he's doing, but also because I think he and his team can win their conference, which again puts him into a bid for a playoff. Propels their.
Oh yeah, if he doesn't get it,
they're currently ranked 12th.
If he doesn't get it, carrying his team to the playoffs, that would be
for sure. For sure. And then second was Cam Ward, again, because I think the ACC, it's an easier path the same exact reason why Ryan didn't have Dylan Gabriel is the same exact reason why I don't have Dylan Gabriel in that 2 slot. Is I don't think they're gonna beat Ohio State in a neutral site. I'm pretty confident on that take.
So sharp.
And I think Cam Ward with the ACC is just gonna dominate that whole conference.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree.
So
When you look at the comparison between the running backs previously who had won the Heisman, he is outpacing them so significantly.
It's ridiculous.
By a mile.
No, it's
And
actually crazy.
yeah, no, he's doing unbelievable things. Single-handedly really carrying this team.
Single-handedly.
Oh yeah,
Willing them
100%.
through really good competition, almost beating Oregon in Oregon, which is crazy. Mario,
Lost by 3.
what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, as far as deserves, I'm not going to repeat everything Ryan and Mike have said. I think Ashton Genty by far deserves it. But if I had to bet on someone to win, for me, it would actually be Travis Hunter. I think he has the best shot because there's no other player like him. He plays both sides of the ball, which I think benefits him because I do think Cam Ward will lose a game. I don't know how. It doesn't even matter if they have an easy schedule. They're going to lose SMU. But
Actually,
That's crazy.
I love it.
but I think they literally every week could lose a game. So I'm just saying this team is not good. At some point they will drop a game. Same reason for Dylan Gabriel. I think they lose to Ohio State. And Ashton Genty, I think they moved him too far down to where I don't know if he gets it back. I think Travis Hunter, he doesn't have to have a crazy game to remain there because even if he doesn't go crazy receiving, like he's still playing defense every snap. And then if he gets an interception, it's just like, I mean, it's so hard to get an interception as a corner. So like if he ever makes a great play, it's ESPN for the entire week.
Facts.
And
I have a quick, interesting take. Is it like whoever of these people win out as a team probably win the award? Is it smarter to just roll over their wins instead of betting the Heisman at only 2-1? If you think if you're betting the Heisman, you think they're gonna win out, right?
Yeah.
So you might as well just roll over them winning out.
100%.
And
That's
just
actually
take
a
your
really
money
good
off.
idea.
You'll probably get better than 2-1.
Because the quarterbacks will have to win out if they want to win Heisman.
And they'll
Yeah.
probably
Gabriel
win it.
or
Yeah.
Cam Ward.
yeah.
Well, that's actually what I was going to ask you is do you think Travis Hunter still has a better shot if, in my mind, they lose to BYU or Iowa
if they lose
State
one game.
in their conference
I don't think
championship?
because quarterbacks losing, the loss is a lot more weighted on them versus like it'll be weighted on Shador and not on Travis.
And Genty's
That's-
kind of in the
okay.
same spot.
Genty's
also-
a little bit on
okay.
the same
But
spot.
like a 3-loss team compared to a 2-loss
Yeah.
team.
I have a couple thoughts on that. First on Genty. He's fantastic. His stats are unbelievable and he's outpacing all these Heisman guys. The reason I think he's falling, besides, the last couple weeks of where his average has declined yards per carry, is because of Caleb Johnson. I don't know if you guys
my dog. I
are
love
paying
him.
attention
He's insane.
to RB2 statistically. 20 less carries, 248 less yards. He averages 7.5 yards a carry. He has 19 touchdowns. Genty has 20. So
oh my God.
he's very, very close to the stats that Genty's putting up in a Power 4 conference, on a ranked team. So, yes, Genty is unbelievable. You compare his stats with the stats of other running backs that have previously won Heisman, it's a game changer. But he's not really blowing out the rest by a lot. But the average running back, of course. But the next behind him, it's not that big of a gap. So I wouldn't bet Genty. I think it said a lot when he had one game that wasn't 300 yards and he went from first to third.
yeah.
His entire winning was based on getting 300 yards a game.
Yeah.
That he had to keep that up, which he didn't. Cam Ward, obviously the favorite, right? His stats outpaced Dylan Gabriel's by a lot. Dylan Gabriel's playing great on, a team that already beat Ohio State, but Cam Ward's on the top 4 team as well. He has 3,150 passing yards. Dylan Gabriel has 2,665. Cam Ward's touchdown interception ratio, 29-6. Dylan Gabriel is 19-5. So I actually don't think their stats are even really remotely close. I don't know. Cam Ward's had some insane Heisman moments.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel,
I don't think he's
kind
had
of
to.
has.
That's the big thing I've been saying
No,
about
he
Cam Ward. Cam Ward plays fourth quarters in close games.
So does Dylan Gabriel. Okay,
they've blown out way more teams than
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
saying
but
that
let's be
JJ
honest, though.
McCarthy should have won last
Dylan
week
Gabriel has
or-
played the majority of fourth quarters, the last 2 months of football.
But like, were they mattered or were they up by 17? It's like, okay,
No, they're
handoff,
they're running the ball a lot. Definitely. If you look at their attempts, Dylan Gabriel's attempted 286, Cam Ward's 322. So he's attempted 30 more passes than him, which isn't actually a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I think their stats aren't even close. So yeah, I think it comes down to who's going to win out. If I'm betting Cam Ward. But one note I wanted to say about Travis Hunter, I think he's the most talented player in college football. I would love if this is who the Heisman goes to. But from a statistical standpoint, I mean, he's 17th in receiving yards. You know, he has 757 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. Terrioto McMillan on Arizona has almost 1,100 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. So I don't think it's really close when it comes to receiving stats. And yeah, he's a great corner. But if we have just like great corners and they also play the other side of the ball and they're like good receivers, statistically, I think he's a very, very, very talented receiver. Mm-hmm. If that just equals Heisman now, then you're going to see a lot more people doing that.
Two-way players. Yep.
All of a sudden,
I think you'd be surprised how much stamina you need. It's not easy just to do
No,
that.
I believe you. No,
But a lot
I
of
think
people will start
he's a
trying.
spectacular
Yeah.
player, but this is going to become a much more normal thing because
be
for
a
a
new
while
wave.
it wasn't. And then the Deion Sanders hype put the spotlight on Travis Hunter. I saw at Colorado they already have a guy when Travis Hunter leaves that's going to
They
try
said
to do the
another
same
2-way.
thing. And so I think you're going to see that a lot more. I would bet Cam Ward though because I think it's very likely he wins out, and I think his stats at the end of the year compared to Dylan Gabriel's stats at the end of the year, there's going to be a margin where he throws for about 800 to 1,000 more yards, and he already has 10 more passing touchdowns. He'll probably end with like 15 more passing touchdowns.
Yeah,
Say all the teams win out
that's it.
except Cam Ward. But right now they have Travis Hunter ahead of Dylan Gabriel. Do you think they give it to Gabriel over Hunter?
If Colorado wins out and makes the playoffs, I think if Cam Ward loses, it's 100% Travis Hunter.
Really.
100%.
I still think they go quarterback.
Dylan
oddly enough.
Gabriel, the number 1 team in the country. I mean, years
Yeah.
past. I'm just going off years past.
That's what
number
I'm
1 team in the country, number 1 seed, and beats Ohio State twice, plus all these. I mean, they had to beat a lot of other ranked teams. But I mean,
I think, yeah.
that would be. I mean, hats off to Colorado. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, the odds are not that far apart. So it definitely is anyone's thing. Obviously, if Oregon beats Ohio State again and Dylan Gabriel has a crazy game, I think it depends how he plays.
also,
Right?
Yeah,
never
it
losing the whole year. That'd be so. I just feel like it'd be so hard not to give it to Dylan
Yeah.
Gabriel.
Yeah. No, it probably would be. But
Well, I mean,
it is
Cam
Travis
Ward.
Hunter.
Cam Ward hasn't
if-
lost either.
I'm saying if we were doing it, if Cam Ward lost.
Colorado wins the Big 12 and has a bye in the playoffs.
No. Trust me.
That's-
I see ESPN and the public like licking
Yeah.
their lips and making money right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how it pans out.
But yeah,
I like the winning. Whoever you think wins out, just bet them to win out, and that's your.
I like that way to bet.
I like that
it.
way
Sure.
to bet, too.
You're gonna make
Because
more money, baby.
these odds are really aren't
I mean,
fantastic.
really,
They're not great at all.
I think you would have to probably go with Oregon.
Yeah, and I mean, wouldn't it be even better though if you were listening to a podcast that gave out all 3 of these players preseason?
That would be crazy.
If someone said Cam Ward, if someone said Travis Hunter,
Hunter.
if someone said Dylan Gabriel,
Would have been nice.
that would be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Oh wait, that was us.
Oh yeah,
we have
it
all
is.
those tickets.
What's
plus 1,500
even
to plus
crazier is like
3,000.
if someone even would have said like sprinkle Ashton Genty.
Oh, that would have been real
That would've
crazy.
been really
like,
crazy.
oh my god,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
It's not like we didn't
Getting
do
a
that.
plus 5,000 ticket, plus 6,500 ticket.
Yeah, I got
Yes.
Cam Ward
38 or something.
plus 2,000.
or 2,000. Yeah,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
No,
Jesus.
so
You're welcome. Keep listening.
watch our
Yeah.
off-season episodes
Okay.
in the off-season so you can make money like this. But if you're betting now, maybe just roll over the wins of the team you think is going to win out.
Bang.